Hey everybody, welcome back. Now before I get into tonight's tie, I want to do something kind of fun. Some of you may know or have realized that Savage Flies is a brand new YouTube channel. I've been doing these videos for about 4 months. I mean, 3 videos a week for about 4 months. It's quite a grind, but it's been fun. So anyway, we just hit a milestone of sorts a couple of weeks ago. I've got 100 subscribers now. Now, I know you think that's not that big a deal. You probably watch fly tying channels with tens of thousands of subscribers. You know, the Barry Ord Clark and Davey McPhail and Jim Masura. These guys are amazing tyers. I watch their channels too. But anyway, 100 subscribers to me, that's a milestone, and I'm kind of proud of it. It took several months to get there. So anyway, I use Dr. Slick tying tools. I've used them for years. I love them. They're great. They're some of the best ones out there. So just recently, well, this week actually, I picked up this tool set. It's about a $72 tool set, and I'm going to give it away to one of the folks who has, helped the channel, supported me, watched the videos, subscribed, left encouraging comments. All these things, they really help you out. They motivate me to want to do better, to make more videos, to keep learning and helping others. So that is really appreciated when you folks do that. So I've never done a giveaway on YouTube. I mean, I had to read up on it and watch a couple of videos on it. So here's how I think it works. I will open it up. By the time you're watching this video, it will be open. There will be a link in the description. You click on that link. It takes you to a third-party site. It's one that lots of YouTubers use, so it's legitimate. I think you have to put in your name and an email address. I will let this run for a week, and next Sunday night, I will go into the site and click Pick a Random Winner. It will spit out somebody's name and email address, and I will contact you and say, hey, congratulations. You just won this nifty Dr. Slick toolkit. Now, I have no idea how many people will enter. Could be 5 people. So if that's the case, you've got a pretty good chance of winning. But, I can promise you it's not going to be hundreds. I have very few videos with even 100 views, so that's not going to be the case. But anyway, if you watch a lot of fly tying videos and you're watching this one, I'd love it if you've subscribed. I'd love it if you kept watching the videos and left comments and helped me to grow the channel and helped your fellow fly tyers out there. It is really appreciated. And it's a small way for me to say thanks to those folks who have already been doing that. So, hey, I encourage you to subscribe. If you want to win this toolkit, click the link in the description. It'll run for a week, and we'll announce the winner next Monday's video. So anyway, let's get into tonight's tie. It's another Smoky Mountain pattern. It's a dry fly. It is an orange palmer. Now, I've done a yellow palmer before. It's very similar. Just a little bit different dubbing on the body, and it doesn't have a grizzly and a brown palmer and hackle. It's just a grizzly hackle. It's a great fly for a brand new tyer to tie. It works great in Appalachian Mountains, down in the Smoky Mountains. It works all over the East Coast, probably out west too. So if you've never tried a palmered fly, give this one a shot. It's super easy to tie and can be really effective. So that's all. I think you'll enjoy the pattern. Let's get started. So there it is in the vise, the orange palmer, one of the most effective flies you can tie for, the effort it takes to tie it. Now I will explain the materials as I go and put the recipe in the description. Now the most common size for this guy is probably a 10 to 14. This is a size 12 barbless dry fly hook. It's 1X long. I'm going to lay down a base of black 70 denier UTC. Now the tail of this, like many Appalachian flies, is just a mix of grizzly and brown hackle fibers there. About a little bit more than a hook gap in length. So let's try that right there. Take a couple of wraps and check our position and our length. I like that, so we're going to go with that. 1 wrap to secure it. Now I'm going to leave the fibers against the hook shank to just help build a little bit of a body there. So go ahead and wrap this up just to capture these down. Okay, when you got your thread back to the base of the tail, take a dry fly Grizzly hackle. So just this one right here. And if you don't have your hackle gauge or don't feel like getting it out, what I will do is just lay it under the hook right there and then pull it down until I get about the length I want, which is about right there maybe. And then at that point, I will pull off several of the fibers, give me a bare stem here. That's going to be my tie-in point. Okay, now one tip when you're tying in a Grizzly hackle back here to wrap as a palmered fly, leave a little bit of a bare stem for that first wrap. See, I've got that right there. Now catch it back in to where I want to start the wrap and make sure I still have just a little bit of a bare stem there. Yes, that will make that first wrap look better. So I'm going to capture that butt end in, bring my thread back to where I'm going to start my dubbing my body. Put a little bit of wax on it and grab your orange dubbing. You could use fur for this one. I'm using superfine. I like the synthetic look on this. Keeps the body a little bit thinner and it's just a little bit easier to dub, honestly. That should be fine right there. It's a little bit of a lumpy body, but oh well, we're going to live with it. So take your hackle pliers, or if this last feather that you're going to palmer up is long enough, maybe you don't need hackle pliers. I've got about maybe 2 inches, so I'm going to use my pliers and wrap it around. On this size 12, 5, maybe 6 wraps should palmer the whole body. Now you can adjust it here if you'd like. If you wanted a very high floater, more thickly hackled fly, then put the wraps closer together. If you wanted a little more sparse, then just put them a little further apart. So catch it in with a couple wraps after you get to the front there. Let's snip off this excess. Take a little fuzz off my thread there. Now I'm just going to pull this back and get a couple of wraps right here. Not too many because I don't want any of these hackles really pointing backwards. The goal is have them perpendicular to your hook shank, you know, coming out at 90 degrees. That's going to give you the best float. So I didn't mangle too many of them up right there. And we've got enough room for a whip finish here. Snip your thread, put a little bit of head cement on here. Now I'm going to use some UV resin. I just want to show you something here real quick. So I'm going to put just a small drop right there. I'll use my bodkin to push it around and to cover it all. So what I want to show you, you know, trout can see a little bit farther into the UV spectrum, a little higher into it than we can. So this will be a little bit closer to what they see. See, that is a UV light. It almost makes this fly glow. So I mean, they don't see exactly like that, but they can see into the spectrum a little bit more than we can. So this white body, orange body, I mean, it looks almost white in the UV. It's going to be very visible to these fish. So anyway, that's it, folks. The orange palmer, a great Appalachian Smoky Mountain dry fly, simple to tie, can be very effective, and we'll see you next time.